I bet none of you cowards have ever been bested by a battle donkey. Get him, boys! Not that way, Hamish, not that way. You're right in the path of the... No, my sweet boy. How could they? Hey, pal, you see this? This is for Hamish! Wait. It's not that kind of story. Let's start again here. In the dark age of Vikings, where Norsemen extended their reach across Europe, raiding, looting and pillaging, they found themselves some mighty adversaries in a country that refused to bow to foreign invaders. Eivor of the Raven clan journeyed to Paris to beg the king not to bring war towards English shores where his Viking brethren had settled.
Welcome to Francia!
What? No snivelling emissary from King Charles to greet us?
Believe me, Wolf-Kissed, you will feel the warmth of his welcome soon enough.
And Toka was correct, for the locals tied themselves on ropes, playfully swinging while greeting us from the trees and considerately setting shore fires like beacons for us to find our way in the dark as we sailed towards the foggy docks.
Our village is inland. We will take the horses from here. The others will follow on foot.
Ah, shut your mouth, Catherine. Don't mind her. That's my feline companion, a rare breed of lynx that allows their human pets to ride them. And we've been through a lot together, but today she's particularly cranky because of this. Yeah, I told you not to sit in the cactus, didn't I? Let me get my gloves on. Right. Ah, stop crying, you big baby. Right, almost got it. Almost. Yeah, there we go. How did you think that was going to end? It was going to end with me in your rear end. And nobody wants to be there, do they? Next time find a better way to scratch your itch.
I will finish unloading the ship. You two go ahead.
Many thanks, Pierre.
And Eivor, there is something we should talk about when I arrive at Melun. Want to toss some cheese?
Maybe later, Pierre, but first I met the clan leader Siegfried, who showed me his finest vroom vroom toys. We played with them for a bit and then we feasted, but sadly some of the locals turned up just as we had begun sampling vintage red wines. Siegfried wanted to show them how we Vikings turned grapes into wine, but I pleaded for a verbal explanation.
Siegfried, wait!
Oh well. May as well explain why they call me Eivor the Wolf-Kissed.
The what?
There's your wolf, and here's your kiss pal.
Horses give them advantage, but it will not.
What sorcery is this? Photo mode? Release us at once, foul demon!
Be enough. Randvi was right. I have to stop this before it reaches Ravensthorpe.
Unless you can convince their king to surrender, you may have to kill every soldier in Francia.
Eivor, over here.
Yeah.
Want to toss some cheese?
Toss it yourself, Pierre. I'm off to speak to the king. And so off to Paris we went, but by the time I reached the city, an unusual sound caught our ears, an unmistakable chorus of squeaks. But the location of the vermin horde was difficult to pinpoint. Then, as we peered over the wall, the scuttling squeaking intensified. They were under my feet. Time for a wall hack, Odin's sight to unveil rats. A lot of rats. Apologies, dear lady, I did not mean to interrupt the family barbecue. Forgive me and allow me to make amends by clearing these rats from thy sight. Unfortunately, our movements alarmed the fair maiden and she made a break for it.
Oh no, no tempura!
The rats were swift and deadly. My swatting and flailing did nothing to their numbers, and all we could do was temporarily shepherd them into the sewers. So, if you cannot beat an enemy, do what the Vikings do. Form a fragile alliance that could break at any moment. But we'll get to that. First, I did a quick job for Pierre.
Crush it!
Then reported back upon its completion.
I did not take you for a lover of cats.
I am not. One of the rebels picked it up during a mission. Nearly cost the fool his life.
Animals are true-hearted. That cat will be a loyal companion to the end of its life.
Catherine, parley with this beast or kill it. Come on, help me. Catherine!
I doubt it.
Anyway, where were we? Ah yes, it was time to see about negotiating with the king to prevent him invading our settlements in England. But in the event that this didn't go well, perhaps a backup plan was in order. Hearing about strange sorcerous happenings in the city, I investigated a dwelling and came across a scroll that changed everything.
Diary of the Brave Cook. Day 1. Today I enjoyed my first porridge using my secret ingredient. Quite tasty, if a bit lumpy and furry. Day 5. More Rorridge today. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is an acquired taste, but such a joy to slurp down. Day 15. I am the Rat King. They obey my mad piper thoughts and scurry through the dark places between the stars.
Okay, Mr. Rat King, you have piqued my interest. I suppose in ancient practices, a rite of passage to transitioning from a mere peasant to that of a tribal warrior might have meant walking on coals or hunting a mythical beast, or maybe...
Toss some cheese?
I'll tell you this though, there's no way we're making any of that rat porridge, so on this occasion it would mean hopping around with an explosive pot that we would use to enter a secret chamber, then try to survive long enough to touch an ancient magical book that hopefully would shower us with the knowledge required to become the Rat King of Paris. The vermin and I were now connected in a way that no one else could ever understand. So with my newfound powers, I decided to do what everyone would do once they acquire mighty gifts: subjugate the people and conquer their land.
You cannot trust the Northmen to do anything but be Northmen!
Right, wait a minute, I've got a speech here. Bonjour les paysans, je suis là pour manger tes chèvres et lécher tes excréments. Wait, why are you all looking at me like that? It won't be so bad, some of you might even enjoy it. Perhaps a couple of my words were lost in translation, so I decided to let the rats do the talking, starting with the soldiers. My furry friends enjoyed their tasty meals, but little did I realise that the Rat King was not welcome in the dwelling of a mythical bull whose godlike powers dwarfed mine. Mythically blind as well, apparently, and the rats didn't take too kindly to their master getting attacked. So now we were ready to take Paris for ourselves and drive those pesky humans out once and for all. The Norse fought the French, and all I needed to do was sneak past the palace walls to turf out the king and claim the city for my own. But to get past the palace walls, we'd have to fight our way through to them. And so for now, I'd play along like a good little Viking and pretend that I cared about this pathetic, irrelevant war. It occurred to me that this man might be rather good at tossing cheese. Well, that was weird. Anyway, now we had a choice. Speak to a dirty smuggler or find another way past those walls. Sure, I'd heard rumours about acquiring a key to a door somewhere, but I wanted to go over the top. Trouble is, I'd scouted these walls before the siege and they were seemingly sealed by some kind of mystical barrier. No matter what we did, there was no way through. But then this game has never been royally ragtagged before, so if there was an invisible wall, perhaps it had a corner. And if it had a corner, then perhaps the castle walls is connected to the mystical wall. And if it's connected to the mystical wall, then we'll experience a minor yeet. And once we have that, it's game over. It turned out that King Charles wasn't inside. He'd popped to the shop for a pint of milk, so I was waiting for him when he got back. Come on then.
Yeah?
Come on then.
Yeah?
big heart man, are you?
Bigger than you?
You want a kiss, do you?
Yeah, I do want a kiss, but not from you.
Yeah.
I will smash
Yeah.
your bones into...
Mwah.
Did you just kiss a king?
No, I'm the king, mate.
No, I'm the
No,
king.
I'm the king.
No, you're an oversized rat.
Oh, what's wrong with rats, mate?
Plenty. There's plenty wrong
Oh,
with...
yeah? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
There's plenty wrong with rats.
Yes. Oh, yeah?
You're no king.
Want to toss some cheese? Never underestimate the cheese.